Back on. Oh, there you. Oh, I'm on Facebook. Oh, is anybody there? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Rama, Rama, Rama. I'm gonna be back in 1 second. Okay, I don't know if anybody is there, but it doesn't matter. Oh, glories to my spiritual master. Srila Bhakti Vedanta Gora Haridas Paramahamsa Maharaj. Oh, glories to you for awakening the Lord in my heart, for initiating me onto this path of Krishna consciousness, to keep walking and walking this path of Krishna consciousness. All glories to you, Maharaj, for being the Acharya of the age. How much more can you prove to people? Classes every single day, promoting the Sankirtan movement, Prema Bhakti, promoting this every single day, moving the movement of Krishna consciousness that Prabhupada built, instead of it being stuck, just moving it along, pointing out the weaknesses of the gurus and how those weaknesses are creating more weaknesses in other devotees. Just pointing it out, just pointing out a fact. All glories to you, Maharaj. All glories to you. Thank you for accepting me as your devotee. Thank you to Prabhupada for also initiating me onto this path by coming in my dream. When I asked him, if this is my path, please come in my dream tonight, and you did. All glories to you. All glories to the parampara. So, I don't know where Lalita finished from. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nitya. Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Advaita Chandra. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra. Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. All glories to Radha and Krishna. Thank you for accepting me as your devotees, as your servant. Okay. Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I'm going to read from chapter chapter 4 of the Anchakunda. And it's the pastimes of Achyutananda and the worship of Madhavinda Puri. I'm just going to read this first bit. All glory to Sri Gaura. All glory to Sri Gaurachandra, who is an ocean of mercy and whose lotus feet are all auspicious. I offer my obeisances to Sri Krishna Chaitanya, the pride of the sannyasi order, and his devotees. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, the most merciful and recent incarnation. Most merciful, because it is Radha and Krishna together. I bow at your lotus feet again and again. All glories to you, my Lord. And I'm starting now from page 50, 650. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Okay. If I stop my staff's salary for but 6 months, then they will have so many complaints against me. However, in his case, I see that people are maintaining themselves at their own expense. And even then, eagerly going to see and serve him without reservation. Therefore, please understand that this sannyasi is the Supreme Lord. Do not say that he is someone poverty-stricken mendicant. Do not say that he is some poverty-stricken mendicant. After a thoughtful pause, the king continued to speak. Now hear my orders concerning this sannyasi. I do not want anyone to disturb him. He is free to go anywhere and preach anything he chooses from his own scriptures. Let him perform kirtan with the people and be pleased to stay wherever he desires. If anyone tries to stop him for anything, be he the Qazi police inspector or anyone else, then surely I will punish him with death. With these words, the king went inside to his inner quarters. Such are the wonderful ways of Sri Chaitanya. For this was the very same king, Hussain Shah, who was responsible for desecrating and destroying hundreds of temples in Orissa. Although Hussein Shah was such a fanatic and despotic Muslim, I don't know that word, despotic Muslim ruler, even he accepted Sri Gaurachandra as the Supreme Lord. Nevertheless, the spiritually blind cannot see Gaurachandra as the Supreme Lord. They shave their heads and become sannyasis. But when they hear the eulogies of the Lord, they burn within their stone-like hearts with envy. Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram. The whole universe resounded with I don't know that word, pani. I'm going to look that up because I don't know that word at all. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Okay. A public speech or publicized text in a phrase of someone or something. So this is how it sounds. Oh, I sound down. Oh. Somebody's live. It was an old class of the previous class of Govinda. So this is what it sounds like. Panegyric. I've never heard that word before. The whole universe resounds with panegyric of the Lord's speech. The Lord's speech. The whole universe resounds with panegyrics of the Lord, and hearing of his glories quickly dissipates ignorance. That's my experience. Anantasesh, Lakshmi Devi, Lord Brahma, and Lord Shiva are all intoxicated and mad after relishing the super excellent pastimes of the Lord. The Vedas sing laudatory hymns in his praise. Laudatory hymns in his praise, describing his supreme lordship over everything. Laudatory. Okay. Enthusiastic and laudatory articles expressing praise and commendation. Praise. The Vedas sing laudatory hymns in his praise, describing his supreme lordship over everything. Therefore, if anyone feels irked upon hearing the sublime transcendental qualities of Sri Krishna, of Sri Krishna Chaitanya, then even if he be endowed with all good characteristics, then those qualities become malefic, and will surely cause him distress. Malefic. So we're going to look malefic up. So it's all about praise. Malefic. Causing harm or destruction, especially by supernatural means. Being hypnotized by the Lord. On the other hand, if a person bereft of any good qualities sincerely remembers the lotus feet of the Lord, he is immediately elevated to the spiritual abode of Vaikuntha. The concluding portion, the Ananta Lila of this book, reveals the transcendental activity The concluding portion of the Ananta Lila of this book reveals the transcendental activities of the Lord performing Sankirtan. The wise words of the king created new confidence in him amongst the pious. They secretly assembled in a house and began discussing this news. They said, "Our king's character is terribly tyrannical." He is always influenced by the mode of ignorance. He has caused widespread devastation, demolishing thousands of temples in Orissa. Well, we need the real temples, don't we? To be set alight with the light of the Lord. Suddenly, by some divine arrangement, The concluding portion, the Ananta Lila of this book, reveals the transcendental activities of the Lord performing Sankirtan. The wise words of the king created new confidence in him amongst the pious circles. They secretly assembled in a house and began discussing this news. They said, our king's character is terribly tyrannical. He is always influenced by the mode of ignorance. He has caused widespread devastation, demolishing thousands of temples in Orissa. Suddenly, by some divine arrangement, he is now being prompted by the mode of goodness. His words strongly indicate this change. Nevertheless, now and again, if someone influential comes along and sways the king with ill advice against Sri Chaitanya, then the king might have Sri Chaitanya, then the king might have Sri Chaitanya brought into his presence, and then anything could happen. It's true with Lord Chaitanya. Therefore, we must immediately send a message to the Lord suggesting that this palace, being always under this close surveillance of the Muslim king, is unsafe, and so he must proceed to the next village. A secret message containing this idea was quietly dispatched to Sri Chaitanya through a reliable and honest Brahmin. Lord Chaitanya, the real secret service. At the time the messenger Brahma arrived, the Lord was submerged in divine ecstasy, relishing the bliss within himself, and was continuously roaring like the rumbling of thunder. Millions of people chanted, Hari, Hari. And Sri Chaitanya danced in uncalculable ecstasy. And Sri Krishna danced in uncalculable ecstasy. Unnecessary words or other activities never distracted him from dancing, singing, and encouraging all to sing. The messenger Brahmana stood there, amazed at the sight, but failing to find the right opportunity to convey the message. Oh, Maharaj. The messenger Brahmana stood there amazed at the sight, but failing to find the right opportunity to convey the message to him. What to speak of others trying to talk to him? The Lord even refused to converse with his own associate. The Lord was swimming in the deep tides of ecstatic bliss, tasting the sweetest nectar of his devotion unto himself, forgetting every other activity. The messenger could not find the right occasion to speak to the Lord, so he approached the Lord's intimate approached the Lord's intimate devotees. The Brahmana said, "You are all followers of the Lord. You are all followers of the Lord. Please approach him. Timely give him a message from the pious section of our village. It is, what is the necessity of staying so close to the king's palace?" The messenger could not find the right occasion to speak to the Lord, so he approached the Lord's intimate devotee. The Brahmin said, "You are all followers of the Lord, so please approach him timely and give him a message from the pious section of our village. It is the necessity of staying so close to the king's palace." The Brahmin then offered his repeated dandavats to the Lord from a distance. The Lord's associates were worried by the implications of the message, yet they could not deliver the message to the Lord. He was simply engrossed in dancing and oblivious to everything else. Raising both his arms with a beautiful, melodious voice, he called out, "Sing, sing the name of name of Hari." The millions who were swaying to the music joined in with clapping hands and exalted singing of Hari, Hari. Simply by remembering the devotees of the Lord, all obstacles are removed, and the noose of material entanglement falls away. As my experience, the living entities are able to perform even their smallest activities. entities are able to perform even their smallest activities. The living entities are able to perform even their smallest activities only by the help of his energy. He is glorified in the Vedas as the supreme Brahma, the absolute truth, eternal and pure. His illusionary potency, Maya, puts the errant living entity into illusion, whereby he forgets his constitutional position and becomes shackled by the chains of material life, bringing with him the immortal nectar of Krishna brain. The living entities are able to perform even their smallest activities only by the help of his energy. He is glorified in the Vedas as the supreme Brahma, the absolute truth, eternal and pure. Eternal and pure. His illusionary potency, Maya, puts the errant living entity into illusion, whereby he forgets his constitutional position and becomes shackled by the chains of material life, bringing with him the immortal nectar of Krishna Prem. This very same Supreme Lord has now appeared only to liberate all conditioned souls. what everybody is doing in the Sangha, how if you judge it as big or small, however little or big or how, it's all Krishna's potency. And because we don't understand what each of us are doing, it's still all Krishna's potency. just like when Hanuman was making fun of, I think it was a little bird that was helping bring little bits of stone or something for the bridge to Sri Lanka. Still Krishna doing both. He's glorified in the Vedas as the supreme Brahma, the absolute truth, eternal and pure. And we can read these things, these words on a page. Unless the Lord from within comes alive while you read them, you can feel the absolute truth. The purity of who he is and his word. His eternalness. And when we reach here, through the birthing canal, into this Nishan's ocean of Nishan, Krishna's illusionary energy just covers us all over. And we need to be attracted to something. And we just get attracted by Maya. And it just keeps covering them. The more we pay, the more we are attracted to all these different things in Maya. The more from every direction, the more we get covered over, the more we forget about the Lord in And we play with this Maya. And instead of playing with it, it binds us and shackles us and controls us instead of us. Takes us round the roundabout and doesn't stop when we need it to stop. But Lord Chaitanya is here now as a transcendental vibration. The immortal nectar, he says here, of Krishna Prema coming through Maharaj and his devotees. This very same Supreme Lord is now here as a transcendental vibration through his most confidential servant. And that same potency of Krishna praying here as a transcend, the most, I don't like using the word high, the most advanced. There's nothing higher. The absolute truth, vibration of the Lord has come to liberate and is liberating and has liberated through Maharaj. The condition as conditioned souls. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. What king can cause fear in the Lord? He is the King of Kings. The Vedas declare that the Lord and personification of death, Yamaraj, is the same menial servant of the Lord. Yamaraj is the same menial servant of the Lord, Sri Gaurachandra, the son of Sri Sachimati. Sachimata is the Lord of both the material and spiritual. The Vedas declare that the Lord and personification of death, Yamaraj, is the menial servant of the Lord. Yamaraj is pure devotee, serving the Lord, playing in his part, playing his position as a personification of death, whereas there is no death. There's only the right word, Krishna? Being in that consciousness of material duality, good and bad, wrong and right, etc., etc. As Raganuga devotees, we're not in that jurisdiction. We are in the jurisdiction of Lord Chaitanya. If we stay in the jurisdiction of Yamaraj, we would die by that way, and we will be judged to what level of consciousness we are at. And we'll come back and start it all again after Yamaraj has made his judgment. But we're not in that anymore. We're not in that judgment. We're just in the causeless mercy of the Lord. We're just in Krishna praying, just showering on us no matter what. Jai Shri Gaurari Das, Bhakti Vedanta. He now continued Kirtan with unbounded joy, unconcerned about anything. He now continued Kirtan with unbound joy, unconcerned about anything else. The Lord had ignited the hearts of the team in millions. The team in millions who had come to see him. With such transcendental happiness. The Lord had ignited the hearts of the teeming millions who had come to see him with such transcendental happiness. And even they were unafraid of the king's close proximity. What to speak that the Lord himself, even though the spectators were were mostly simple folk, when they saw Sri Chaitanya, they became fearless of even death personified. That's being friends and listening to Maharaj. You feel fearless all this time, being Maharaj's friend, having him and being with him and being at his side and being his witness, standing up for him. You feel fearless as him, as your friend. He is the Guru. He is the chosen one. Because he's fearless and he makes us fearless. I know, because when he came in 2018 and we'd go on Harinam every day, I would be in anxiety and stress because it's my hometown. As soon as we'd start singing and Maharaj was there, I had no fear. It would all just gone away. But it'd come back again and then it would go away. And when Maharaj would go, I would be on Karuna's vibration. Thank you, Maharaj. Maharaj is empowered so much by Sri Chaitanya to be his friend, to be his servitor, his devotee, and the fact that he accepts us all. You're so fortunate. My God, the greatest of greatest gurus. I feel that even those gurus who've appointed themselves through this checklist, there's a reason why it's those gurus that have been appointed by themselves and each other. And when they come and hear from Maharaj, they will know those reasons. Because they have so many devotees. And when if they come here, they take the energy of Lord Chaitanya to their devotees, themselves to their devotees. Maharaj is making us strong first. The ones that come and hear all the time, they make us strong first. I think Andromeda is still here. Yanle. And when you're a friend of Lord Chaitanya, how can you be afraid of death personified? It's him. What of his servants? Just being on, the Lord had ignited the hearts of the teeming millions who had come to see him with such transcendental happiness that even they were unafraid of the king's close proximity. When the Lord is close there with you, you're not afraid of anything. Doesn't matter who is coming close to you. Hare Krishna. Krishna. Went to the hospital yesterday. And I know the Lord's there, because if I say something and he tells me how they've taken it. And this lady's ego came up, because it did seem like that my ego came up, but it wasn't my ego. He helped me adapt to her. He helped me adapt to her, but it showed me her ego coming up, showed me where she was as well. But it was a nice meeting. But I know the Lord. I'm not frightened when I go there. No. Love to you, sweet. Perfect bliss in this moment. Thank you. Thank you, Andromeda, and whoever else is there, but I'm going to stop now. Thank you very much. All glories to our most amazing, as good as God, Sri Chaitanya, Srila Gora Haridas, where the Lord resides. Sri Chaitanya resides in his full glory in Srila Gora Haridas, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Gora Haridas, Acharya, live wire of the Parampara. And I keep holding on tight to that wire. And I keep getting electrified by the Lord's causeless mercy. Prema Bhakti.